Well done for all of your super efforts thus far. There's some really good improvements happening at the end of this screen I'm looking at. So every couple of weeks I'm seeing some real good tangible improvements in everyone's movement quality and strength and robustness. So there's lots of positives for us to keep in mind at this difficult time in the world where we're all getting a bit fed up with it. But looking to the positive, today we're going to develop the sort of fast twitch sort of plyometric warm up a little bit more, building on last week. We're going to change the equation a little bit at the end of the warm up. We're going to do up that drop squat where we quickly drop down and then we're going to slowly come up. So at the moment I've been doing lots of slowly bringing you down the elevator. So I've been doing eccentric loading and then we've been coming up at free tempo. We're going to start getting a little bit more horrible in terms of we're going to mix into the warm-ups and drop down quickly, slowly come ups with some holds, and then in the compound exercises we'll continue with some elevate slow with pauses and then trying to add a little bit of pause on the way up as well. So that's going to be how we're going to put some progressive overload in. We'll zoom through a warm-up, we'll get some plyometrics happening, then we'll get the core work and the compound exercises in as well. So let's wish ourselves all the best of luck. Warming up, trying to put orientate the camera here in the right place. So what we're going to do is just get a little bit of arm swing going before we get our hands done. Making sure we've got both arms happening. And then again, keeping the single arm going, we'll do some forwards as well. All right, and then again, same principle, but just sideways. Just try and find the range of motion without doing a big swing of the ribs. Just try and swing the arm to start with. So try to learn some disassociation. We're trying to get just the arm moving. Keep the rest of our body nice and still. Okay, again, trying to keep the rib cage still. So nice even weight in the feet, toes to heel.
I think I've lost Pete.
Oh, come on.
Ah, there you are. You're back, Pete.
Yeah, apologies. 4G died. So all we're doing is there, we're just getting over into kneeling or standing. Again, find that stillness as we swing both arms. And the next variation, going back into that IYTWI routine. So I, Y, and T, and then progressing I, Y, T, W. Looking good, troops. Few more reps. Oh, I forgot to mention the other good news. We'll superset the pressing exercises today with either some dips or some pullovers. So we'll try and add a bit of progressive overload there as well. Okay, let's just make sure we get those wrist rolls happening before we eventually get into our pressing work. Look at good, troops. If you like, you could gently pray, but just gently, Right, okay. We'll get Bottom up done, so let's just get a bit of ankle rolls in as well. If you wish, either calf pump or standing tall, knees over toes, nice and gently. Okay, next up, let's just get some leg swings in. Haven't done those, didn't do these last week. Again, try to find some stillness in your trunk. And then debating from the straight leg swing into the knee up and out behind. Knee up and out behind. Again, remember, don't put foot through your television or into your partner around you. And then remembering we're going to do some swing the glute through as well. We've got some sumo squats and the compound exercises, so we'll get nice and warmed up for those. That's good, so head nice and tall. That's good, okay, we'll get our gate swings going, so again, just small and fast ones. And then opposite direction, big and slow ones. If you're feeling especially adventurous, you could be into a straight leg. Looking good, troops. We'll get down onto the deck, just get a 90-90 complex in. So line flat. Between 5 and 10 seconds on the deck before we then move up and over. Just get support with your arms if you needed. Bring your rib cage vertical and then go down over the knee and the foot facing up. And again, 5 seconds. Down here. Mm-hmm. This is really annoying. Oh. Right. Okay, apologies, troops. My network kept dropping. Right, connected. Okay, sorry about that. Right, where are we? Hinging. So both feet together and just hinging down to the knee or just below the knee. All right, so we'll just get some pulse hinging happening. And then starting to work our way down towards the feet. That's good. Then we'll go into some lunging pattern. So either as reverse lunge or as a split lunge. Again, we'll just get some lunge happening, either moving the feet or keeping the feet still and pulsing through. Okay, next up, we're going to get ourselves into our top bridge hold position. So all we're going to do is we're going to have our tabletop, and once we've got the tabletop in place, we're just going to modify with tabletop, and we're just going to have a little bit of crab walking happening. So again, we've got forwards and backwards, and we've got side to side. So just a bit of crab walks. Again, try and focus on that stillness in the ribs and in the trunk. If your hips sit a little bit lower, that's okay, whatever's comfortable. That's good, a few more seconds. Okay, then next up, our next animal walk will be even more horrible. We're going to be down on all fours into our bird dog. All we're going to do is be in that bird dog. We're going to have our knees a little bit off the ground, and we're just going to have a little bit of movement of one foot and hand together. So same principle as the crab walk. We're just going to do a little bit of moving opposite hand and foot forwards or backwards together. So it's just that little bear crawl. It's good. So working on opposite hands and feet together, as well as going forwards and backwards. We can get side to side. Same principles as the crab walk. Good, a few more seconds. That's good, quick drink if you need it. Okay, already 40 minutes past. So we're going to now progress into that bit more plyometric emphasis. If you wish to do any other bits of warming yourselves up, you've got 30 seconds now. Otherwise, all we're going to do is we're just going to get that gentle hop hop with both feet happening. Forwards and backwards, side to side. And then getting into that star jacks. Again, trying to be nice and bouncy off the ground. So trampolining, you can have your legs split sideways or straight out in front. Last 10 seconds. Keeping it nice and bouncy. Three, two, one. Good. Again, do any other loosening out you want. If you want a can-can kick or heel flick, feel free to do so, etc. Right. We're going to hop stick, a little bit more challenging. So all that's going to happen, one foot will be in contact with the ground, the other foot will be in the air. We're going to just start with a little small hop. So it's going to be power position. You have a little bend in the knee and the hip. From here, all that's going to happen, power position, hop, land on that same foot. So to start with, it doesn't have to be big. It's just about the quality of hop and stick. If you wish to do 2 in a row, you're welcome. If you don't feel that your lower limbs are yet mobilised enough, feel free to do other calf pump or mobilisation exercises. But the idea is that we can be ready for plyometrics after 10, 12, 15 minutes of warm-up. We're trying to get that robust in our tendon stiffness, tissue tolerance, etc. Last few practices on each leg. Looking good, troops. Okay, so we're going to develop our hamstring bridge after we've done a drop squat complex. So we'll get our drop squat happening. So as we had last week, we had that up high to learn it, and we had just feet normally. So with our hips staying high off the ground, we're just into power position, if you wish, up onto the toes, power position. If you're up onto the toes, you should probably drop a little bit lower into a power position. When you're happy with that one, we'll then be progressing into down towards the bottom of the movement. And again, we're just gonna, so hips around parallel or just above, we're just gonna drop into the hole and down the bottom as well. That's it. A few more practices. It's looking really good, guys. Okay, so our next progression, we're going to be into from either the top or farther lower down, wherever you're comfortable. We're going to drop into our squat. From here, we're going to come up 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to come up again. So we're just going to learn the isometric hold in the concentric phase. So it's just going to be drop in. So everybody, ready? 2, 3, and drop in. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, ready? And drop squat. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, and 1, 3, 4, and 2 to go. Ready? Set. And drop squat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And last one now. Ready? And drop squat. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good work, troops. Side planks and hamstring bridges. We're going to get the hamstring bridge done next. So all that's going to happen on the hamstring bridge, we're going to be down here. We're going to be up into a glute bridge. All that's going to happen is we're going to start gently. We're going to bridge on one leg. Again, trying to use that supporting buttock, trying to keep that hip still. So it's just going to be count to 5 or 10 before you switch over So we're just going to have the hips nice and high, everything nice and level. Good, more challenge can happen with the arms off the ground. Okay, so now we're going to get a bit more complexity. We're going to go into hips up. All we're going to do is we're going to walk just little steps forwards in our feet, keeping our hips level. And then at whatever point you can get to, so it doesn't matter if your hips are not low to the ground, but whatever point you can get to, then start bringing your feet back towards you. So for the moment, don't be concerned about getting your legs completely straight and your butt touching the floor. Just focus on that gentle hamstring bridge walk out forwards and backwards. It's good. We'll practice one more time of little walks forwards back. Good. So our next challenge, again, if you wish to, let your hips drop to the ground, have a rest a second. Then once our hips are back up, we're going to then go somewhere between halfway or the very end of the movement. I suggest halfway to start with. And all we're going to do is when we get about halfway through that walk forwards, we're just going to have one foot only on the ground, counting to 5 before we then switch back. If you wish, you can swap legs whilst you're partly extended in the walkout. So we're just learning the fundamentals of a glute ham raise if we haven't got a chair. Make sure if you wish, you let your hips drop to the ground once you've walked your heels back towards your hips. And then when you're ready, repeat again. That's good. So one more walk out at most now. So we're trying to feel our glute remain engaged whilst our hamstrings keep burning more as we move into bridge and hold. That's good, but we're always having that nice, relatively high hip position to start with when we've got our feet close to the ground. That's looking good, troops. Okay, when you're ready, if you wish, a little drink before we do our compound exercises. Okay, troops, so we're going to progress the compound exercises with what would seem like a simpler exercise, a curtsy lunge, but it's going to be a bit more challenging because of adding in more levels, floors to our elevator. So we're going to go down the elevator, and then we're going to, from that pause at the bottom, we'll then add pauses back on the way up. So we're applying the principles we've been doing all of the lockdown with the principles we had in the warm up today, where we were from the bottom and actually put isometrics in on the way up to the top. So we're going to, in effect, add pauses into both directions, so our brains will be a little bit more challenged. So we've got the principle being applied to the curtsy lunge. If you're not happy, if you're not feeling balanced with your feet in line, then stick to the normal lunge. Okay, so we've got the split squat lunge. Then the other variations we've got on the compounds, we've got the sumo squat, so our feet will be extra wide when we go through the sumo squat. Last up, we're going to have the hinge, when we hinge. We'll keep both feet on the ground to start with as we go through the hinge pattern. So we're going for, in effect, more basic movement patterns, but we're adding in more pauses to them. On the press, we're just going to keep it simple to start with. We'll do 4 seconds, 4 seconds, 4 seconds, and then we'll go back to our 8 seconds down, 3 seconds holds at the bottom. So we'll start off with the sumo squat. If you wish to make more of a total body workout whilst we're doing the leg exercises, again, have your object you can compress, and through those 5 to 10 second pauses, squeeze and compress, or pull apart, and through that movement, do that extension in and out, or, apologies for the complexity I'm adding to you, you could, if you wish, be halfway down your sumo squat, and you could be in a banded fly, for example. Same principle when we were on the hinge. So we could put, when I put a pause in, say around here, you could put some flies work in, or you could put some compressed bent over row work in whilst we're in the middle of the isometric pauses during the compound movements. So yeah, still got internet. Let's smash out some compound movements, guys. Starting with the sumo squat. Remember, slightly Charlie Chaplin feet, heels wider than the hips. Having the knees open out, talk the hips, track out with the toes. So, ready? We're going to go down for 10, pausing halfway through the downward movement. Ready? 1, 4, 5, and pause. 3, 2, 1, and down. 4, 5, hold. And then up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're into that pause again. Mind over matter. 2, 1, and up. 2, 3, 4. Good. Ready. Here we go. And 1, 5, pausing. And down. And hold. And ready. Up. 1, 4, and hold. And up. If you have to come up more quickly, so be it, but try and hang on in there if you can. Ready, 2 more, down. 5, hold. And down. Good, ready, and up. Holding. And up we come again. One more, guys, ready, steady. Down, nice and slow. Pausing. 3, 2, 1, down. Pausing. And ready, slowly up. And up again. Well done, guys. Next up, we'll go into a hinge. So same principle. Nice and slowly. 5 seconds and hold in a pause. Ready, and go. 1. Pausing. And down again. Good, pausing. And ready, up. Hands stuck to knees, pausing. And up again, drive the hips forward. So it's slowly but strongly driving the hips. Ready, steady, down. Hands close to body, hinging, hinging, pausing. And down we go. Pausing. That's good, ready, up we come. Pausing, hands at the knee. That's good, Drew, drive hips forwards. Okay, and again, ready, slowly down, hands following the legs, hinging, hinging. Pausing at the knee. And down we go. That's it. Pausing down at the bottom. Focus on that strong hinge. Ready, back we come through the movement. Pausing at the knee. Remember, weight flat in the feet. That's good. And driving. Finish strongly. One more. Ready. And hinging down, hands close to the knee, legs nice and stiff. And down towards the ground. Good, pausing down at the bottom. Okay, back to the knee. It's good, so chest big and up. Feeling the pull on the glutes and the hamstring. And then ready, driving back to the top. Good, well done, troops. Okay, we'll get the press done before we do the lunge. So remember, knee down to the ground if needed. 4 seconds, pause, 4 seconds, straight back up. So ready, steady, and 1, 3, 4, pause. 1 and down. 4 and back up. Ready, from the top, and 1, 4, pause. 1 down, 2, 1 and up. And here we go again, ready, and down. 4, pausing. 2, 1 down. And back up. Ready, 2 to go, and down. Pausing. And down. And back up. Last one, ready, nice and tight and stiff in the ankles. And down. Pausing. 1 down, 2, 3, 4, and up. Good, well done, troops. Okay, next up, lunging through. Ooh. So we're going to be 4 seconds down and into a pause, and then all the way to the bottom, and then like we did on the sumo, pausing on the way back up. So ready, steady, and down, pausing, and down, pausing. If you have to rest your knee on the ground, so be it. Ready, up, pausing, and up we come again. And next one, ready, and down, pausing, and down, little pause, and back up, slowly, pausing, and up we come. Same leg, one more, ready, steady, and down, pausing, and down, pausing, and slowly up, pausing again, and finishing off, switching legs over. Woo, right. Ready, nice and slow. And down, 2, 3, 4, and pausing, and down, and pausing, and slowly up. Another pause, and up again. Well done, one more. Ready, and here we go. Pausing, and down, and pausing, up we come. That's it, pausing halfway, and finishing off. Well done, troops, that was a tough one, good stuff. Okay, next up, back to sumo, and then we'll press, and then we'll mix the press in with a dip. So, nice wide feet. Pauses after 5, 4 to 5s on the way down, 5 seconds pause, 5 seconds pause for 5, and then back up. So, ready, 1, and pause, 2, 1, and down, pausing, and up, slow, pausing, and up again. Well done. Next one, ready, and down, pausing, and down, and pausing. If you wish for your arms to be going above your head as well as out in front, that's an excellent movement. Working our way back up, 2, 3, 4, pausing, and up we come again. Well done, guys. 2 to go. Ready, and slowly widening the knees, pausing, pausing, and down we go again, pausing, and up we come slowly, pausing, and out we come again. Okay, troops, one more, that's difficult. Ready, steady, down, pausing, and down we go again, pausing. It's good, up we come slowly. And finishing off. Well done, troops. If you need a little drink, have one. We'll then hit the press. Try not to jug masses of water whilst we're in between sets. We can get lots of fluids in at the end of the workout. Right. So we're going to press, and then we're going to superset it once we've got our press in. So again, counts of 4, 4, and 4. Ready, steady, and down, 2, 3, 4, pausing, down, 4, up we come, ready, steady, down, pausing, and down, 3, 4, up we come, ready, down, pausing, and down, and up we come. One more, ready, down. Pausing. Down. Up we come. Okay, if you've got a chair to hand, we're going to try and get a bit of tricep dip happening. So your hands, often more comfortable if you screw the elbows out and oscillate the hands sidewards. If you've got the strength and flexibility, you can have your hands in that grip as we go through. Otherwise, will it reduce the load on the shoulder? Open the hands out to the side. What we've got, 1 foot off the ground if you can, and just slowly tricep dip down for count of 6. Little hold at the bottom, and up we come again. Ready, down for 6. Holding at the bottom, up we come, and getting ready, down for 6. Holding at the bottom, up we come. Both feet on the ground if needed, or switching feet. One more, ready, down. Holding at the bottom, and driving out. Well done, guys. Extra load on the triceps, and we're going to get back into our hinging and our lunging pattern. So, ready for the hinge. Okay, ready, steady, and hinging down, hands close to the knees, pausing, and down again. Pausing down there, and up we come again. 1. That's good. Pausing, pausing. Up we come. And ready, steady, and down again. Hinging to the knees, pausing. And down. Pausing at that bottom position. Up we come nice and slow. Ready, and up we come again. Good. Next one. Ready, steady, and down, pausing. Holding, holding. Down we go again. Pausing. At this point, if you're pressing knees into arms, so be it, and up we come again, nice and slow. Good, pausing here. And up we come again. It's good, ready, steady, and down we go. Pausing. Down we go again. Pausing. And up we come, nice and slow. Good, pause, pause, pause. And up we come again. Well done, troops. Split squat. Next challenge. Remember, your hands can move above your head as well as laterally, horizontally if you wish. Okay. Oh. So when we're ready, getting into our lunge. Okay, down for 4, pause for 4. And here we go. 1. Pausing. Down we go, ready. pausing, and up we come, and then pausing, and up we come again. Good, ready, nice and slow. 4 seconds, 2, 3, 4, and pausing. Down we go. Pausing. And up we come. Pausing. Back leg can be straight if you wish. And up we come. Okay, ready? Down we go. 1, 4, and pausing. And down we go. Pausing. And up we come. And pausing. And up we come again. Good work, troops. Swapping legs. Ready, steady, and down we go. Pausing, pausing. Down we go. Pausing, pausing. And up we come. Pausing, pausing. And up we come. Well done, ready, steady, and down we go. 4, pausing. Down we go. Pausing. Up we come. Pausing. And finishing off. Good work, troops. Ready, one more, and down we go. 1. Pausing, pausing. Down we go. Pausing, pausing. Up we come. And pause again. And up we come. Good work, troops. Right. This time we'll add more load in with side planks before we get the press happening. So, ready, everybody, side plank hold. In 2, 1, here we go. I'll let you know when we're past 30 seconds. That's 30 seconds. That's 1 minute. Swap over if you haven't already. That's 1 minute 30. And that's 2 minutes. Well done, guys. Okay, so mind over matter. We're going to knock off our last press on a 4-4-4 count. Getting ourselves ready. Okay. Set and down, 2, 4, pausing. And down. And up we come. Ready, steady, down. Pausing. And down. Up we come. 2 to go. Ready. Down. Pausing. Down. Up we come. Ready. Now stiffen the ankles. 1 more. Ready. 1. Pausing. And down. Up we come. Well done, guys. Last of the compound movement. So we've got sumo squat. Okay, same. Counts of 5. Ready, steady, down. 1. Pausing. Down we go. Pausing. Up we come. Pausing, pausing. Up we come. And ready, steady, down. Pausing. Down we go. Pausing. Up we come. Pausing, pausing. And up we come. That's good. Ready, steady, down we go. 5, pausing. And down we go. Pausing. And up we come. Pausing. And up we come. Right, bonus 1 if your body's and mind's ready. 2, 3, down we go. That's good. Pause, pause, pause. Down we go. Pausing. Up we come. Pausing. And up we come. Well done, guys. Last leg movement, hinging pattern. Okay. Again, feet roughly hip width apart. Toes slightly flared out. Ready, hiding hands in hips. 2, 3, here we go. 1, 4, 5, hands by the knees. 2, 1, down we go. 5, pause at the back ankles. Up to the knees. Pausing, pausing. And up we come. Ready, steady. Down, 2, 5, pausing, pausing. And down. Pausing. Up we come. Pausing. And up we come. Ready, steady, down we go. Pausing. Down we go. 5, pausing. Ready, down, up we come. Pausing. With a big open chest. And up we come. Well done, guys. How are we for time? 5 minutes left. Okay. We've done all of those. Quick little drink, and then we're gonna finish off with some reverse curl core work. So on reverse curl, think of that hinging position we just did, but now rather than your butt in the air, you've sitting bones in your hips on the floor. So in that same position we had, so we're going to soften our knees, our legs bend, but we're trying to hinge from the hip, just like we did when we did the RDL hinge just now. So we're going to be in that nice, strong hip hinge position. We should be able to have our hands out to the sides or in theory up above us. So we're looking for that range of motion in our thorax. Then, keeping that strong position, all we're going to try and do is hinge strongly. We're just going to, keep our legs still, we're just going to go backwards. And when you feel your posture drop, correct, hinge backwards, wherever your posture stays strong, holding for at least 5, if not 10. Again, if you wish, add some lateral rotation. So thinking of that Russian twist type movement. Okay, now stay really strong in your core. Let your feet come off the ground if one or both feet come off the ground if needed, but without slumping lower, 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 down to the ground. Now at this point, roll onto your side, recovery position. Do a Turkish get-up style, push yourself sideways to elevate your ribs up to the ground. And here we go again. So, again, focus on that hinge. Ready. 5 seconds, slowly backwards. Here we go. That's it. Sitting in that strong Russian twist position. For your homework, I'd like you to practice this. Pushing a ball or another object like a foam roller into a wall, or have partner push their hands against your hands as your hands are out to the side. So I'm looking for you to get strong in your obliques and your rotational core. Okay, down we go. Remember, roll onto your side, Turkish get up style to get back up. And we're going to go down again, but once you're down at the floor this time, I'm going to stay down there. Now actually we'll come back up and then I'll demonstrate the rest. So, ready, and down we go, back we go. Count to at least 5. Hold to at least 5. Whenever you're ready, go down again. Okay, so you've got the homework of either you pushing against the wall or someone pushing against your hands. The other thing you can add into the complex is to be into a, so you're going to reverse curl. Eventually, when you've done your end of reverse curl motion, then you're just going to add some pullover, again 6 seconds each way, into the end of your reverse curl. So that will be progressions for the future. It's going to be reverse curl with isometric hold to the side, or reverse curl and ideally, or reverse curl with some pullovers once you're lying flat on the deck, guys. That is the session done for today. So we got slightly less sets of compound movements done because we added in the extra isometric holds when we move concentrically as well. And hopefully that will help us build onto our tissue tolerance even further. I'll try and mix it up and keep the progressive overload coming with either not with just eccentric or just concentric pauses, but try and make them a bit more demanding. Normally you do that with a gym and weights, which we haven't got, or other days I'll try and keep the variability up and keep it interesting. And again, like we did today, mixing the pauses, both on the eccentric and the concentric movement. If you want to geek up and get up to speed on more of the science of all of this, there's an excellent book called Triphasic Training by Cal Dietz that you can get. It's also got an excellent chapter on where when we're trying to do our body movements, whether it's the warm up, the compound exercises, whatever, we're trying to dominate the movement from our inner core and our glute. So this is where the yoga, Pilates, other breathing methods and body connection, minute muscle control, alignment, breathing stability, all these things come to the fore as the root of our movement pattern. So we're trying to get that glute, core, inner core, pelvis, hip girdle to be the abdominals to be the primary source of our body's energy flow, and then the hamstrings and the shoulders and the feet and the rest of the body are directed and moved from our powerhouse or inner core. So again, we're trying to keep that happening to help aid our tissue tolerance as well. What else was there? Last up, there's some really good BR webinars that went out again this week. There was a good one on nutrition, and there was a previous physiology one that was quite good. I even got one of my questions asked, which was answered, which was quite nice. The only, I think, thing that didn't make sense was, I think one of the physiology presenter, I think the last said Greek yogurt was the gold standard for protein in yogurt, when original Icelandic skiers got like twice as much protein as Greek yogurt has. So again, thinking of protein recovery, guys, if you've got some skier, get that in you now, help you recover from all the tissue work. Otherwise, yeah, again, just a bit of protein. And yeah, I look forward to seeing everyone next week. Big thanks, guys.
Thank you, Pete. Very good.